Alright, here we go again. I wanted to show you something because I've been talking to the community and they sometimes didn't know about the existence of this tool. Many do, except especially the ones like me who have a ton of add-ons. So I'm rocking almost. This is only outside the SIM marketplace. It's 1 terabyte something, so it's a lot. And these are the active ones who are actively selected and loaded, and these are my libraries. Now I have all solid states on my system, but this thing is growing and growing and growing, so I have them spread out on the solid states that I have so I can shift them around. Now how this works, if you have this addon linker, which you can download from the flightsim.to website, and it's called the MSFS Addons Linker, this one, so go look it up. I recommend this a lot because it really helps so much. This is the current version, so it's not that brand new yet, but it does have an extra feature that I use now like every day, and some people don't know about it, so that's the whole purpose of this little post. So this is the latest version, as you can see on the screen, that ends at .20 at the end from May the 28th. Now, once you have this installed, you do have to configure it. You just install it, and it's not an installment. You just place it somewhere on your hard drive or solid state, and then you put the link on your desktop or something, and you have to make it run with admin mode. Let me show you. It's here on my desktop, so properties, and it's just a link where I install. I have it here. I unpacked it here. I have like a structure the way I do it, so it's just here. You don't install it, and then here the exe file. You make a shortcut on the desktop and make sure advanced you run as admin. So once you start it up, the first time it will ask you, are you sure admin mode? Yes. Next time you won't do it anymore, because it does need admin rights, because it has movement of files and so on. You need to have admin mode. So then you add here, you just go to options once it's up and running, and here you just go add, and you add the locations of the add-ons that you have stored. I have them spread out, like I told you already, all over. You just add them once, and also let's do it all at once, so I don't have to go here again. This one is also important, the official add-on folder, so the ones that you don't download from the InSim marketplace. That is a add-on folder that you choose during the installation of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I always have them separate because it's better to have them not on the default, otherwise it's in your profile, the file name gets longer and so on, and has issues. And yeah, also with the beta programs, which I'm rocking now, Sim Update 10 beta, if you enter it and remove it, sometimes this has a lot more danger if you have it on your default settings. So it's better to have your flight sim and your community folder on different locations. And here we go. You do have to add this one. Now I'm rocking the Steam version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I have no issues. But I do see the red warning here, so you have to read it. If you do have the Microsoft Store version, there's a warning. It could have difficulties, but I never want to use it as moving add-ons and so on. So I'm not gonna be able. I'm not using it to change or move add-ons, because the ones that are in the official marketplace, you don't move them. That's the whole purpose. They are most of the time encrypted to have copyright protection activated on them also. But you do have to add it. Why? Because you add all these add-ons, as you can see here. I have so many add-ons loaded. These are airports, airplanes, all kinds of scenery add-ons, gazillions and gazillions of them. So you need to add them. So once you have them here, you just put a mark, the ones that you want to add, and then it will become visible here. And it will show you extra links, because I have some libraries. For instance, I have the Orbix one, that's a different location. The ones from Aerosoft is also different. The ones are just directly installed into the community folder. These are all outside the community folder. They're libraries of add-ons, so depositories, or how you want to call it. And then once you enable them, you put your mark here, it will put a shortcut in the official community folder, linking it to the other location where you have the add-on. That's why the whole thing is called an addon linker. So you just link it to where you want it. So you don't have to have them in all place. You can move them all around. So you can also right click here and manage, and then here, and you can move them to the community folder. You can move them to another one, and you can move them between the ones that you have here. Because if you go to my hard drive, you will see they're all like a little bit in the red. So, and then this one is the newest one. So I have to still move add-ons to this one to make that red go away, so it's all in the safe. That you can do exactly here, but that's beside the point. That you can do all here, but that's where you need all that admin rights also for. Now the main reason I want to post this is the possible conflicts, because many add-ons use like the same BGL files, and this you can do under tools. Once you have loaded them, they don't have to be activated. Once they've added into your folder here, it's scanned. If you add something extra new into the depository and this program is up and running already, you just have to click. It will show you also in red. It does detect it changed. So you have to click refresh. So you just click refresh, and you will just go look at all the changes and all the names here. It will also show you the version numbers and so on. He refreshes it, boom, and then it's actually up to date. So once they're all in it, they don't have to be marked. Once they're in it, they will be scanned. And then I advise you to go, there are three important ones, the ModelLip Changer. Click on that one. Now I have added many sceneries already, again now new. That's why I'm very sure conflicts are gonna show. So you just click on step 1. Boom. Ha! Look at this. I already made a lot of changes. So all these ones, because I just upgraded my birds to version 2.0, and of course, look at this devs. They always make errors and have conflicting files that come with them. So they all use the same file. It's the ModelLip.bgl, which is not allowed. You can only have one. So airports and all kinds of scenery can have a conflict like this. You do scan, it will show you the one that have a conflict, but you don't know, you only need one, so it doesn't matter. It's just remove it. So step 2 is here, rename the ModelLip.bgl file. Are you sure? Yep. And it will go through all your add-ons, boom, and you will make a backup file and rename it and remove it. And I always do this again. Step 1, it will show you the issue has been solved. There are no more conflicting files for the ModelLip.bgl. So you can close that one. Next level is the material lip. So we have the ModelLip and the material lip. Same kind of file that generates crash the desktops and conflicts. Scan it, step 1 again. Poof. And I got 2 conflicting ones. So again, just rename. You will make a backup file and rename it for you. And I always do scan again, just to show you that conflict has been resolved. Boom, gone, solved. If you don't do this, these conflicting files, if you fly over an airport that has a conflicting file, you can suddenly have a crash to desktop. All kinds of issues. So just these simple ones is so easy to get rid of. Now, if you add airports, you buy them a lot, like I do. Sometimes with world updates, they come with Asobo Microsoft already manually created scenery airport, but you can only have one, because if you have, like for Heathrow for instance, if you have the deluxe version of the Microsoft Flight Simulator, it already comes with Heathrow Airport. And if you add the new one from, like, for instance, Inibuild has a nice one, then you have a conflict. You can only have one, so you have to make a choice. Sometimes you have also different developers making for the same airport a new airport. If you have both of them, because you want to look at it and see if it's better or not, you have to make a choice, but only load one, because if you load second or more or three, if you already have it in the sim also, this is definitely crash the desktop. So even sometimes it prevents you from starting up the sim. So this newest feature is been with the newest version, which is this one. Check for duplicate ICAO. These are the 4 name extensions here of the airport names. You will go look at them. Check. This will take a little bit longer because it's going to go through all your add-ons that you have, and in my case there are a lot. Now it's solid state and a very fast Ryzen AMD system, so it goes as fast as possible. All Gen 4, so it will go quickly, but it just takes a while. And that was important that you have all these locations here and the official one under the options, because it will also check the ones that are in the sim, that come with the Microsoft Flight Simulator, or they came with the world updates. They also add extra airports, but again, you can only have one, and you have to make a choice which the one that you like the best, and then you have to remove the other one. But you can't have both loaded, because that's crash the desktop or issues whatsoever. And that is the main cause of people having issues with their add-ons, not knowing they have one already installed in the sim that came with a world update or was already pre-installed with the sim itself, and then you have to look for them. So just let them search. I know there's gonna be at least one that has a conflict. That's the Etro. You have the version from Inibuild, which is version 1 something, 1.2.2 I think it is, and there's the new version 2. Boom, there you have it. So you can only have one. You can keep one, you can switch one, so but you load the sim, you can't have both loaded. So now I'm still deciding which is the most performance friendly one, the V1 or the V2 one. But it also has the one that has been built into the sim. It will show you also as a third one. Now these ones you can't remove from here. You really have to go into the sim, go to your content manager, look up your ePort initials, which in this case is EGLL, Echo, what's the G for? Gamma, Lima Lima. And then you have to remove it from the content manager within the sim. Because if you go do it directly from the location without the sim having started and loaded, of course, it doesn't work. Because if you remove it and you start the sim, it will automatically see, this is not installed. And it will start installing it again. So you do have to go to the content manager within the sim itself to remove that airport. And then you have to make a choice which one. Voila, at the moment I only have one loaded, which is the newest one, version 2. So just keep in mind that you have to do this every time you add or update any scenery and so on. That's, for me, a must go to. Check those two, ModelLip and MaterialLip. And also check if it's an airport that has a conflict when they already have. Sometimes you're stupid that you buy a second airport of one that you already own from another developer, and then you have conflict. So with this little tool, you can check them all and prevent problems. That's it. And then the sim will start and have no issues anymore, unless the scenery itself has an issue, and then the developer has to fix it, which can happen after every sim or world update. These things needs to go back to the drawing boards, and these guys can go look it up and fix their scenery add-ons or airports or whatever. Alright, that's it. Small little update, which is a very useful thing. Also, a little bonus here. With Sim Update 10 Beta and the official one that's coming the 23rd of August, you have the name tags also now. This is a new feature. If you go look it up at your controls and you go to all of your bindings, new ones or all of them, and just type in name, you will show you these ones. These are all the binding names that you can use. Toggle one, if it's a one switch, one button, keep it pressed or not, just one hit at once. Toggle one, or you have it on a switch or dial, anything, whatever your controls have it. These are the three options that you can use to turn off the name tags, the username tags, nameplates of the multiplayer names that you have. So if you go into a group flight, it's fun to have. So you can all turn them off because there are too many. You can barely see the airport you want to land on because there's like a sea of nameplates. Now you can map it, bind it to a key, turn those off. And once you're back up in the air and you're all more away from each other and you want to know where the people are, you can on it again without going to the menu and so on. You can bind them. So this is new. Have fun. These ones you will find if you look for name. Toggle nameplates, nameplates on and off, and then you can map them to any kind of control that you have. And then you can just turn them on or off while flying in multiplayer. Alright, that's it. I will make a little link to the add-on location here, but it is the MSFS Addons Linker program that you need, and then you can do whatever I show you. Okay, have a nice day, keep it safe, and hydrate during this heat.